seek the fire of the spark that is already within us. There are not more than 5 primary colors, yet in combination they produce more hues than can ever be seen. There is no progress or accomplishment without sacrifice. It was easier to ask for forgiveness than it was to get permission. You must take life the way it comes at you and make the best of it. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. Your story is remarkable, even if you don't know it yet. Heaven does without doing, through its purity. Earth does without doing, through its calmness. Recognizing power in another does not diminish your own. We are all worms, but I do believe that I am a glowworm. Some use drugs to silence the pain, others use them to feel the pain they silenced. Time is heavy sometimes. Imagine how heavy eternity must be. The control of large numbers is possible, and like unto that of small numbers, if we subdivide them. No persons are more frequently wrong than those who will not admit they are wrong. When deeds and words are in accord, the whole world is transformed. Silence and non-action are the root of all things. I should have based my judgment upon deeds and not words. Adapt what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. Wisdom comes not from age, but from education and learning. Life is pain. Anyone who says otherwise is selling something. We can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. A rose does not answer its enemies with words, but with beauty. There's so much to be grateful for. Words are poor things. If you derive joy in destroying others, you won't go far in life. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. I've never had anyone's approval, so I've learned to live without it. It is better to live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep. If the road is easy, you're likely going the wrong way. Growth is in a series of mistakes. That's the only way you learn. If at first you don't succeed, destroy all evidence that you tried. Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. Better the comfort of a lie than the absurdity of the truth. The truth doesn't mind being told every once in a while. For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. I don't think of all the misery, but of the beauty that still remains. Do it now. Sometimes later becomes never. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon or star. All paths are present, always, and we can but choose among them. If the world is against the truth, then I am against the world. Our moral economy went bankrupt long before our financial one. Everything takes time. Bees have to move very fast to stay still. At times, even a 90% compatibility rate ends in a breakup. Don't react, cut them off silently. But only he who, himself enlightened, is not afraid of shadows. During a conversation, listening is as powerful as loving. Just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's any less true. Healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have. An unexciting truth may be eclipsed by a thrilling falsehood. If the enemy has occupied them before you, do not follow him, but retreat and try to entice him away. Stop leaving and you will arrive. Stop searching and you will see. Stop running away and you will be found. To know that we know what we know, and that we do not know what we do not know, that is true knowledge. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Either you want change or you want comfort, but you can't have both. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. In order to form an immaculate member of a flock of sheep, one must, above all, be a sheep. In war, numbers alone confer no advantage. Do not advance relying on sheer military power. How people treat you is their karma. How you react is yours. Sometimes when hardships knock, it's just life. Do not take it personal. Truth is what stands the test of experience. The truth does not change according to our ability to stomach it. The most important decision you make is to be in a good mood. If you are not having fun, you are doing something wrong. Many things are not as they seem. The worst things in life never are. I knew it like destiny, and at the same time, I knew it as choice. She will always wear her crown, regardless of the hate. To succeed in life, you need 3 things: a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone. If it keeps you happy, keep it quiet. You see me walking away. I see myself walking towards greatness. Truth that came too late was as useful as a meal to a dead man. Keep their friends close and their enemies closer. Where the army is, prices are high. When prices rise, the wealth of the people is exhausted. Dream big. Wake up. Take the first step into the unknown. I speak gibberish to the civilized world, and it replies in kind. The journey is what brings us happiness, not the destination. To shine your brightest light is to be who you truly are. I'd rather hear an ugly truth rather than an obscure lie. Even though the ship may go down, the journey goes on. A truth that's told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. Perhaps home is not a place, but simply an irrevocable condition. The only thing that can grow is the thing you give energy to. Doubting your judgments is the beginning of enlightenment. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. To think too long about doing a thing often becomes its undoing. Hearing voices no one else can hear isn't a good sign, even in the wizarding world. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Strange how the best moments of our lives we scarcely notice except in looking back. Life is not measured by what you have. It's measured by what you give. For we can only know that we know nothing, and a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Only courageous hearts can endure the bitterness of truth. Maybe other people will try to limit me, but I don't limit myself. No matter how safe and beautiful it is, a cage is still a cage. The king is only fond of words, and cannot translate them into deeds. I live my life in widening circles that reach out across the world. A person's limitations are only measured by their drive to succeed. Despite the heart-numbing frost, my soul is blooming like spring. What is important is not what you hear said, it's what you observe. The smallest light has greater power than the largest darkness. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground.